guys, Nakib here. Welcome back to this week's video. Before the video started, I wanted to mention that I did get a new camera, so the quality looks a little different, hopefully for the better. I'm not 100% too sure because I'm not used to using cameras. I've been using my phone for like the past 5 years on YouTube, but hopefully everything is for the better. We'll figure it out as we go. But anyways, this week's video topic is things we would have wished, me and my friends at least, would have wished we would have known before getting to college that would have really helped us out in our college careers. You know, whether that would be like advancing through our courses faster, you know, learning things, whatever the case may be. So chances are, if you guys are watching this video, I'm gearing it more towards high schoolers. You know, if you guys are just getting into high school, you guys might find this video useful. Or even if you guys are in 10th or 11th or even about to graduate, if you guys take some of these things into consideration, you guys might find it helpful when you guys actually get to college. So I actually asked a couple of my friends to submit clips for this video. So each of them individually told what they kind of wish they would have known, and then I noticed a common trend between a lot of them, and I'm going to be discussing that afterwards. So after they speak in their clips, I'm going to be discussing what I wish I would have known, and then we're going to be discussing that trend I mentioned earlier. Alright, so without wasting any more time, let's get on with the clips, and hopefully you guys find some of these useful.
Alright, let's try this again.
Choose a degree that matters.
Choose a degree that matters. There's so much that I could say about college. You know, what my advice to college kids would be, you know, success isn't limited to college, you know. The only thing that college really teaches you is that, you know, that you can work without someone, you know, chasing after you. See, in high school and middle school, your entire life, the teacher's like, make sure you do this, make sure you do this. In college, you sit in class, the teacher's like, by the way, there's a deadline. You want to do it, do it. You don't want to do it, don't do it. And so my advice is, you know, learn how to be responsible, learn how to manage your time. Because those are skills that'll help you not just in college but in your entire life. That's all there is to it.
The one thing I wish I knew before college was how to teach yourself, because in high school you're given everything you need to learn, but when you go to college you need to figure all that stuff out yourself, because the classes that you attend to in college, they'll introduce you to the concept, but then it's going to be your job to comprehend those concepts and to practice those concepts on your own. So for example, when you're in a college lecture and the professor is giving the lecture, they maybe have the PowerPoint up, the professor's not going to tell you what to write down, what you need to know for the test. They're just going to talk about whatever it is they're talking about. You as a student need to figure out, okay, what do I need to write down? What's really important from this lecture? Because there's not going to be a study guide. There's not going to be any hints. There's not going to be this kind of spoon-fed teaching that high school gave you. And so if you can figure this out, whether it's by yourself or you can get some friends or form study groups in college, they help and figure out basically what you need to learn. You're basically going to teach yourself, and that's basically how all college classes go. You have to teach yourself. There's not going to be any, you know, pre-filled notes. There's not going to be any study guides or whatnot. It's all on you. That's what college is.
So one thing you gotta make sure when you're going in your freshman year, you gotta be on top of your stuff, because if you don't, there's nothing like high school where you just all of a sudden just cram everything towards the end and just do your assignments on the due dates, or you have extra credit. It's not like that. Get your stuff done beforehand. Whenever you have time, just get it over with, because in college they don't play around. You need to get your stuff out of the way.
One thing I wish I knew before going to college was a site called Rate My Professor. Basically, it's a website that allows a student to review their past instructor for a particular course. A good thing was that I had a friend that was already in college that told me about it before my first semester. The reason I say this is something that you should know is because a teacher can break or make a course. Even though the material might be the same, the way of teaching won't be. And if you don't understand what's being taught, then you're going to be struggling through the class. Either you're going to have to teach yourself, or you're going to have to go to the tutoring center to get extra help. I would say this is most useful when you're starting out, because as you go further on in your degree, You might not have the luxury of having a schedule with the best teachers, or you might need a course to graduate, and the only teacher that is teaching it for that particular semester might be really bad. But yeah, that's one thing I wish I knew. I hope you guys check it out because it will really be helpful.
One thing I wish I knew: dual enrollment. If you don't know what dual enrollment is, it's a system that Georgia State has provided for high school students where you can technically take your high school courses in college, where basically you get to skip the first 2 years of college. If I had done it, if I had known about it earlier, it would have helped me graduate 2 years earlier. I would have been able to save 2 years of my time. So if you have the opportunity to do it, I would highly recommend doing it.
Alright, so after viewing those clips, you guys probably noticed a little theme between all of them, so except probably Ismail's clip. So most of them really harped on the fact of time management, because you guys have probably heard this a million times. If you're sitting in high school right now, your teachers probably even talked about this. Time management, it's a key role in college. Like, I get it, in high school, they don't baby you as much as they used to in middle school or elementary school, but in college, it's like a totally different ball game. I kid you not. You'll fail a class so quickly because of the fact that you didn't manage your time. Because when you get to college, that's why a lot of kids end up failing or losing out on their Hope Scholarship within the first year or so. There is absolutely no reason you guys should be losing out on that so quickly, because think about this, right? I go to Kennesaw State University, which is, it's a good college, but it's also a cheaper college in our area, so, or a cheaper university rather. So think about this. In Georgia, there's like the super high-end tech university called Georgia Tech. I'm sure you guys have heard about it, even if you guys don't live in Georgia. So just think, if you guys don't have scholarships and you guys end up with that freedom that you guys have, losing out on your scholarship because of a lack of time management within your first year, or even if not your first year, your first 2 years, that's going to be a very heavy burden to bear on your wallet and for the next 20-30 years to come, because you guys are going to actually have to spend time, money, and effort to try to pay off those student loans that you guys are going to have to take out because you guys don't have scholarships anymore. So so what do I mean by time management? Like, as the guys said, you guys really need to figure out, like, okay, so I'm actually going to be doing a video based on organizational tips later on in a couple weeks, so that's hopefully going to be helping you guys out. But basically, get organized, know what you guys have to do. What I recommend you guys doing is print out your syllabus. I know it's kind of stupid because in high school they kind of hand them to you. In college, they don't really hand you the syllabus. So basically what they do is, the first day of class, the teacher's going to go over the syllabus. They'll probably put it on the whiteboard or whatever and project it and just go over it with you, show you guys the course schedule. If you guys do have a course schedule, print that out as well and kind of like tape it to wherever you guys look. If you guys have like a little whiteboard, tape it to the whiteboard so you guys can constantly look at it throughout the year, because that course schedule is literally your lifeline. If you guys miss a deadline, chances are in certain college classes, you're only going to have like 3 or 4 grades throughout the semester, 3 or 4 major grades. You guys might have homework assignments, but those things alone aren't going to really, get you to where you guys need to be as far as grades go. If you guys don't keep up with your homework assignments, you guys think, it's 1-0, it's 2 zeros, it's not a huge deal. Yeah, those homework assignments aren't a huge deal, but then the fact that you guys haven't been keeping up with your studies, test time comes, one of those 3 tests, you fail the test, and there you guys go, you're down to a 66 already. So it's a pretty big topic that people tend to, especially freshmen. I've actually seen them personally. I'm not going to mention any names, but I've personally seen friends of mine go through college and they focused on other things outside of the times that they were studying, and they ended up failing. So that's the worst thing you guys can possibly do, in my opinion. Now, moving on to that, you guys have probably heard me enough about the time management topic. The next topic is Rate My Professor. So I forget exactly who said that, but Rate My Professor is a very important tool you guys need to use when getting into college. I know certain universities don't actually let you pick what classes you guys get to take at first, or that's what I've been told anyways, like Georgia State University. I hear that for freshmen, they kind of give you a certain class selection, and that's what you guys kind of got to flow with. But in Kennesaw, we can pick our own classes in freshman year. So basically what you guys do, right after you graduate, when you guys actually go to orientation, you guys are about to sign up for your classes, the website you guys want to use, ratemyprofessor.com. Type in the professors, go read the reviews. If they have bad reviews, if it says it's a hard class, if you're not a good reader and you guys don't learn by reading, it's kind of stupid. But if that's your way of learning, then make sure you guys aren't taking a class with a professor that's heavy on reading. If you guys don't do well with tests, make sure you guys read and make sure that that teacher gives bonus points so you guys have something to pad your grade with. I think it's like a 5 out of 5 rating system. I could be wrong. It might have been 3 out of 5 or it might have been 5 out of 5. But yeah, there's a rating system. So basically every single class I would recommend first checking the teacher out on Rate My Professor, and second off, actually going to that classroom and seeing what that classroom environment is like. If it's an auditorium class and it's like a chemistry class, avoid that at all costs. I made the mistake, I think in 10th grade year, of taking an auditorium chemistry class, and I barely got by. I think I got like an 87. I studied my ass off for that class. So, and I'm not a smart guy. I'm honestly telling you guys, I'm not really that smart. I just really studied my ass off and I still got an 87. For like, you know, every single waking moment I was studying for that class. So you don't want to take auditorium classes for that kind of thing. For economics or something, you know, general English, I guess you guys can do that. That's totally fine. But something really specific like, you know, chemistry or math, avoid auditorium classes. So Rate My Professor, check out the classroom, and then finally sign up for that class. Now, the last topic Ismail brought up was really interesting. I totally forgot about this because it's been so long since I've been in high school. I think it's been like 4 years now, 3 or 4 years. But yeah, that thing is dual enrollment. So chances are if you guys are, I think, a freshman, I don't think you guys can start at freshman year, but I know 10th or 11th grade, you guys can probably start doing this dual enrollment. So dual enrollment is basically if your state offers it or if a college near you offers it, basically what you do is you guys actually take college campus classes while you guys are still in high school. So, you know, for example, if you guys are in high school half the day, you guys would spend half the day in your actual high school, wherever the case may be, and then a certain part of the day going to that college campus to take those classes to actually get college credit, or you guys would be doing it online, whatever the case may be for your particular situation. So this is very similar to AP exams, right? So AP exams, that's actually my point that I'm going to be touching on right after talking about this topic. But this is very similar to AP classes in the fact that you guys actually get college credit really fast, and you guys will actually knock off some years of your college years. So, and you guys can graduate faster. So if you can just think about this, you guys take dual enrollment, and with that, you don't actually have to take the AP exam. You know, you just go there, you just do the test, you guys get the good grades, and you guys get the credit. You don't have to like study all year for this massive exam, and then, you know, you end up failing, whatever the case may be, because you're actually physically in there with a teacher, and they can help you guys out, just like a normal college classroom. So think about this. You guys do dual enrollment, you guys do AP classes. Think about how fast you guys can graduate. You guys can knock off a solid 2 years off your college career and get into the workforce early. You know, get that dream job you've been dreaming about for the last few years. So this kind of leads me into the topic of AP classes specifically. So I've made a couple mistakes throughout my college career or my high school career, and I took a couple AP classes just to pad my grade. I didn't exactly end up taking the AP exams. So, or even in specific classes where I didn't exactly end up doing that great, I could have easily gone by and studied and gotten a 3 or 4 on that AP exam. So what I recommend you guys doing is, instead of fooling around in high school, really try to get those AP exams done for, and you know, at least a 3, because if you guys get a 3, chances are most colleges will probably take that you know, credit for college, and you guys don't have to take that history class or that economics class. Because I'm telling you guys right now, it's going to be harder in college because you guys have so few grades. In high school, take those classes, get it out of the way as fast as you guys can. I know specifically the first one that they offered when I was a freshman was human geography. You guys can knock that out. Then you'll only have to take like 1 or 2 science or social studies classes left. You guys can knock out economics, biology. I took AP physics. It was really hard because I didn't have a study method back then, but basically see what you guys are good at, and you guys do have a drop period. So as far as my high school went, if you guys weren't doing so well, the teacher could have actually transferred you out of there at the end of the semester. So it's not a huge deal if you guys take a class and you guys are doing horrible, and you know, the teacher can probably take care of that. So take classes that you guys know you guys are capable of taking, and you know, get some years knocked off your college, guys. There it is. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you guys have any other tips, if you guys are in college and you guys have any specific tips leave them down below, and maybe down the road I might make another video. But I'm thinking about making other tips and tricks videos for people that are getting into college. Like I said, I'm going to be making an organizational tips video, so specifically on what worked for me personally and what didn't, because I have a very short attention span. So hopefully you guys stick around, and that'll be coming within the next few weeks. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys next week.